It doesn't have to be your dream home right now. It doesn't have to be your end all be all. There's plenty of property. Your life is going to change. I am Brandy Whitmire. I am a mortgage lender. I'm nationwide. I broker. I'm a direct lender. I'm a banker. I have pretty much every product that you can think of. If I don't, I'll find the person who does. If you need anything real estate or mortgage related, or anything at all, let me know. I'm a resource. I am a resource, and I will find someone who can help you. I will look. I will research if I don't know it. More than likely, I do. So reach out to me, please, and my team anytime. So team@financemyhome.com. You'll reach my entire team at any time. So make sure you're reaching out to us, because that's what gets me going. That's what gets me excited, is helping people and making sure that people know that we are here and pushing people to that next level and making sure that people know how to get there, because oftentimes it's not a matter of I don't want to get there. It's I'm fearful that I don't know how to get there, and I'm embarrassed, or I don't feel smart enough, or I don't know, or I'm not capable, or I'm not qualified to get to that next level. And you are, because we're all in the same boat. So again, I'm Brandy Whitmire. Nationwide, I can help you. I had someone today on my Instagram ask me how to get a mortgage in Belize or Bahamas? No, Belize. And I'm going to look that up, and I'm going to find it for her. I have no idea. Every country has something different, even though it is technically a U.S. property or whatever. But anyway, I'm going to help. I'm going to find it. So trust me, I'm going to help you. And, while this is queuing up, and yeah. Hey, Jacqueline. Hey, Angelica. Oh, what, you like this hair? Okay. I flat ironed it a little bit. Okay. Looks a little good. Oh, yeah. Okay. I like that. So what I want to talk about, first I want to tell you a story, because I have been this week so grateful of the power of healing. Now, let me tell you. So last Sunday, I was with my nephew. Actually, I was with a whole lot of friends at a place where a bunch of our friends were there. My sister, Gabriella Rona, who is the best title girl on the planet. Gabriella Rona, G Rona, that means go Rona at cnat.com. She's your title person, so make sure that you're going there, okay? But she comes in and she brings my nephew. He's Julian. He is 6 years old. And we're playing around, and he's playing guns, I'm playing guns, and I'm wearing jeans with a little hole in it, right? So I go, and there's this outside part, there's this gravel, and I slide, and I cut my knee up so bad. But whenever I was sliding, I didn't let him know, and instinctually, because he's a child, I made sure not to let him know that I had just cut up my leg. I didn't know how bad, I just knew it hurt like heck. Okay, so I didn't want him to know. I didn't want him to think that playing with him meant like it was hurting. I didn't want him to think I hurt, whatever. I went back. My knee was cut up. My pants were bloody. My knee was bloodied. It's still not 100%. But since then, I'm so grateful for that cut on my body, like that scrape, that cut, and that hurt, because we don't realize sometimes that we get hurt. We get hurt financially. We get hurt in relationships. We get hurt at work. We have hurt. We have fear. We have things that are, that come to our lives as problems. There's death. There's so many things. And this week, I just want to say that I'm just so grateful for the power of healing. And I always think about it when, there's a breakup or something happened, or, financially, I'm thinking about February. In February last year, I made $2. Last year, February was horrible. I didn't know what I was going to do. I'm like, should I drop out of the business? What do I do? But you have to persevere. You have to find your resource. You have to move forward. Last February, I made $2. I don't make a salary. Every single person on my staff gets paid before me, always and forever, and that always will be. My clients will be taken care of. My staff will be taken care of, okay? So healing is so important. So I just want to say that, like, I can't reiterate that enough. I am so grateful for the power of our bodies to heal. I'm reading this book right now called Can't Hurt Me by David Goggins, and he talks about how you have 40% threshold. Whenever you want to quit, you're only at 40% of what you can actually do because your mind tells you to stop at 40% for survival, but you still have 60% to go, and it's amazing. And if you haven't joined my book club, make sure you do that. I'll put it in the comments later. I'm fixing that, but let's get into it. Debt delegation. How can you make your debt work for you? So I want to talk about my personal experience right now today. So today, I executed a contract on my own house, on a house that literally is the house of my dreams. I'm not kidding. You can ask my friends. You can ask Jacqueline, you can ask Helen, you can ask Lauren. People are my friends. I talked about this house 2 weeks ago. I had a dream about a house that was a single story that had large amount of land, you know, like enough land to do these things, whatever. And I explained it. And I found this house on accident. Another friend owns it. Anyway, I put the offer on the house today, and I'm a little bit overextended. And whenever I counted how many houses I've bought since then, this is the 30th house. This is the 30th door, the 30th door that I purchased. 3 is my number. I was born on the 30th. 3 is my number, and I can't tell you how many signs there are, but I'm overextended. I used to always say I like to refinance my houses once a year because I want to know what my clients are going through. Not only that, I defer 2 payments. I get my escrow check back. I make money on it, obviously, but also it's so that I can know what my clients are going through. So I refinance my homes all the time, and I purchase properties. Obviously, I'm telling you, I'm purchasing my 30th property. I executed the contract today, but I go through those same fears. I go through the same fears of, what about the down payment? Can I afford that payment? What am I going to do? How am I going to fill up the house with furniture? What am I going to do? So I have all those fears, and today I'm like really like, wow, I'm grateful to go through this process again, especially a house I feel very overextended in. You know, I can afford it. The ratios match, right? We can't sell you. We can't give you a loan on a house. We can't refinance you unless we can prove that you can afford it. You have to be within ratios, and you have to be all do all these things. So I'm buying this house, and I'm like, okay, oh my gosh, what do I do? I forgot my own self, my own teaching, right? And last night I was like, what am I going to do? I was like, oh, well, I have 2 rental properties that I can refinance. I can defer those 2 payments. That's going to give me money back. Those people are giving me money. I can take that money. I'm going to get those escrow checks. I'm going to take that money. That's going to be a large portion of my down payment. I can pay off other debt. And so I'm manipulating that thing. And I'm like, wow, I'm doing exactly what I teach every day. I just forget to do it for myself because I am in that buyer mindset. And another thing, important thing to take away from this is that this is my 30th home that I've bought. 30th. A lot of them have been investments, but this is my 30th property. Now, what do you think about that? This is the first home that I can see myself in forever. This is the first home I'm purchasing that I can see myself raising a family in, that I can see myself with a partner in, that I can see myself in, truly see myself in, the first time after my 30th home. So what I'm telling you is that if you're starting out, it doesn't have to be perfect. Okay, the reason why I have leverage on these other properties, the reason why I built wealth or equity or money in these properties is because I started in 2004. So you have to start somewhere, and it doesn't have to be your dream home right now. It doesn't have to be your end all be all. There's plenty of property. Your life is going to change. My life has changed so much in the last year, let alone 5 years, 18 years when I started this. Life changes. Think about your own life. How much has your life changed in the last year? 5 years. Think about 2010, 2008, the year 2000. 2005 is just 14 years ago. It's 14 years ago. Think about that. So you don't have to have your perfect home right now. You just have to start. There's not going to be any continuum. There's not going to be a rolling momentum. There's not going to be a compound effect if you don't start. You just have to start, right? So these fears that you have that say, I'm on a fixed income. I don't make what they make. I can't do it. I don't have down payment. I can't afford that. It's crap. It really is, because I'm telling you that the first time I bought a home, I wasn't making any money. Sometimes I don't make money now. Like I'm doing this. I'm trying to be resourceful. I'm doing this to get business, to feed my team, to feed my clients. I go on these crazy conferences and do all this learning so that I can make sure I'm adding value, I'm providing value, that I remain relevant. Because if I'm not relevant to you, if I'm not relevant to my team, if I'm not relevant to my clients, to my family, to my friends, then I'm going to be forgotten, because I have to use my resource. So you have, no matter where you are in life right now, no matter if you are making $1 million a year or $15,000 a year, you have resource that you are definitely not tapping into. So think about it. Where are you not tapping into resource? I was talking to someone that was like, oh man, I have these benefits, and I'm worried about this $300 that normally I would spend. I'm spending zero, but like missing out on opportunity to make another $3,000 a month. Like we focus on the limitations, okay? Focusing on the limitations is like a scarcity mindset. Don't focus on the limitations. Focus on where you can go. You can make your debt work for you. There are ways to move around money. This is like what you hear about, like how the rich get richer, and those people are probably not even rich, okay? They just know how to use their resources. They just know what they have, and they have a proper advisor or someone they trust that can tell them and show them how to use what they have in order to move them to the next level. And it might be a micro step. It might not be 10 steps. It could be a small step. You never know. You just have to take a step. You just have to start, okay? If you focus on the limitations instead of the possibilities, you're hurting yourself. And if you don't know where your resources are, if you don't know where your possibilities are, that's what I'm here for. You can make debt work for you. You got to start with debt. Mortgage is a good debt. If you're in credit card debt, student loan debt, I'm telling you, there are resources for you. There's a plan. See, I'm a problem solver, okay? And problem solvers, wherever there's a problem, there's a solution. Wherever there is a problem, there is a solution, okay? Always. That's the reason why it's called a problem. So you need to go to the person who can find a solution, who knows loopholes, who is educated, who knows how to work the system, knows how to manipulate money, who knows how to work your specific criteria in order to get you to that next level, even if it's a small step. Maybe we can take 10 steps. At least you have to have a plan. There's a plan. There's a problem, right? You have a problem. You can do a double reverse polynomial, but there's always an answer. It always ends up in zero, right? That's the answer. There's always the answer. So go to the person who's going to be able to solve that problem for you, no matter what. And come to me. I'm telling you, come to me. If I don't know where, I will find it. And I welcome the hard questions, the hard problems, because it makes me learn, it makes me get better. A lot of times, people don't want to take risk, right? Oh, right now I'm feeling the same thing. Like, man, can I afford this? Like, I'm by myself. I have to make this payment on my own. What if something happens? But if you don't take risk, you're not going to get to the next level. It's just the way it is. Take risk. What's going to happen? You're alive, but did you die? No, you're alive. You're alive. Take risks. If you don't take risks, you're going to be exactly where you are. Okay. People that don't take risk are often the envious ones, right? Like, oh, it must be nice. If only I could do that. I wish I could do that. If only that were there for me. It is there for you. People who don't take risk stay where they are. Don't do that. We only get to live this life one time that we'll remember. One time. So at least know what risk you're taking. Reach out, know what risk you're taking, know what your options are, and don't call a call center. Don't go online and have someone call you that doesn't have experience, who doesn't know how to work the numbers and work the system, who's not resourceful. Don't do that, because then you're just putting yourself in a bad situation again, and you are putting a weight onto your own. It's like the blind leading the blind at that point. And there's nothing wrong with that. We were all that person at one point, right? But Envy comes from not taking risk, not trusting the process, and not believing that you can go after and accomplish the dreams that you've set for yourself. That's where envy comes from. And envy comes from not taking risk. And I fully believe that. So there are ways, again, that you can make debt work for you. Can start it. It doesn't have to be perfect the first time. Just put your foot out there, put yourself out there, put yourself in other situations, and you're going to grow from it. Debt, mortgage, there's nothing wrong with it. Obviously, spending frivolously and putting a lot of things in credit, I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about taking calculated risk. I'm not talking about throwing yourself off a building or doing something crazy. I'm talking about taking calculated risk. Calculated risk with an expert. So if you can do that, if you can put yourself at least out there to talk to a professional, I hope that's me. I do this. I need to do more loans in here. I have goals. I need to do more loans. I have a team. I have to feed the staff. I have to feed family. I've got to get more done. I want to help as many people as possible. I want to be able to make money so I can feed my nonprofit. I'm president of a nonprofit and body love movement. I need to make money to feed into that system. I need to make money to feed into the other nonprofits that I do. I need to make money to do that. I need to do deals. I want to help people. I'm willing to do that. I'm willing to spend my time, whether you go with me or not. Honestly, whether you go with me or not, I hope that you do. I'm going to do whatever it takes to make sure that I provide as much value. I give you the best deal that you won't want to. I put myself out there so that I can build trust. But debt is a good thing. Risk is a good thing, but it has to be calculated and it has to be smart. I know how to find those solutions. I know how to help you. I'm going through it myself. I put myself out there and put myself in those situations daily to make sure that I can provide that for you. So that's what I have to say today. I know I went kind of off, but that's what I have to say. Again, reach out. I will be back next week. I'm moving offices within the next couple of weeks, so but I will definitely be back next week. And if you have any questions for us, if you need us at all, it's team@financemyhome.com. Our number is 214-660-5000. Reach out to us on Instagram too. Brandy Whitmire everywhere. Just reach out, Brandy Whitmire, wherever you are. And we hope to talk to you. And I will definitely see you next week.